3:30 mark, he was way out in front. Hazed the tire, put a cylinder out, and then kapow.
Race day, Pomona, California. Number 10 qualifier going out there against Mike Salinas. That's 2 races in a row. We got Mike. They're a really good team. Rob Flynn is the crew chief over there. They've been a tough car to handle for a couple years now. So we're getting everything out and ready to go. Chilly here in Pomona this morning. It's been chilly all week actually, but we're going to be ready to go. I feel good this morning, feel good about everything. Car went down the racetrack 2 runs in a row. Let's see what happens coming up. All right, here we go. In the lanes. Racing old Mike Salinas. Everything's looking good, ready to go. Just got to go out there and cross that finish line first. Got to get by the first one before we're about the next one, but we're looking for them 4 win lights today. I'm feeling good. It's going to be a great day, y'all. Going to be a great day. Let's do it. Y'all ready?
Oh, yeah. It almost doesn't feel like race day. We were actually just talking about it. I don't know why. Maybe the nerves haven't set in yet.
I'm not shaking yet.
I feel pretty good.
That's good.
Yes.
Clay Milliken and Mike Salinas coming at you. The Parts Plus Biohaven Summit Racing Equipment car. If you don't follow Clay Milliken on social media, you are missing a bet. Between his YouTube stuff and his Twitter stuff, his car projects, just trust me on this. Give it a click. Driving for Rick Ware Racing, Jim Oberhofer. These guys had a very forgettable Phoenix. They came in here and ran much better in qualifying, but that still doesn't give you a pushover in round number 1. That's Mike Salinas. Recognize the car because instead of the regular black scrappers, carbon wrap, it's covered in the colors of the Peterson Automotive Museum, which is just down the road here, and if you've never been there, you should. Mike doing a tip of the cap and had some legends out here hanging out with him this weekend. Seems so strange, doesn't it, to be here at the Winter Nationals, 3rd race of the year? But I got to tell you, absolutely love the weather and love the track. Here we go. Whoa, Clay Milliken, kapow, 389, 322. Mike Salinas was dead meat. And Clay Milliken's car hazed the tires. He gave it a quick pedal, and it went kapow. You can see the supercharger is askew. But Clay Milliken was driving what looked almost certain to be a victory. Take another look at Mike Salinas and his machine. I guarantee you this, they did not come up here saying, we're going to go 389 to beat Clay Milliken. Take another look far into the racetrack. Salinas hits the gas and doesn't look like it's got a cylinder out. It just ain't going anywhere. Clay's car hazed, pedaled, kapow. That wasn't a kablooey. It wasn't near big enough to be a kablooey. That was just a kapow. Here we go. Watch. Clay's car's hustling. I'm telling you, at the 3:30 mark, he was way out in front. Hazed the tire, put a cylinder out, and then kapow.
On the throttle for the second time, but take a look at these rear tires. You can see raw fuel coming out. That cylinder is no longer firing. And I'm just waiting for the white smoke to start to come off of that tire, but it already happened. This is the explosion right here.
Look at the blower. Blew the whole front of the blower snout off and everything. All the fuel you saw come out of that supercharger is an illustration of why these explosions are so massive.
You can see the deceleration right there for Clay. He had already got back in the throttle. With the cylinders out, the pressure of the boost really increases. There's the raw fuel right there. You can see the rear tires right there had already recovered, regained traction, but there's the big explosion.
Doggone it, we left first, pulled them loose out there. Absolutely made a freaking mess.
They made a big mess for it.
That's ugly, y'all. Intake manifold laying back here hit me in the back of the cage there. It just come loose out there, dude. I had to pedal it. It's race day.
That's it.
I thought we were still okay when I pedaled it, dude.
When you passed us, you were two
Yeah.
cars in front of
I
us.
know it. Shoot. I don't know what the numbers were. It doesn't really matter. I feel like we left okay.
We locked up?
Yeah.
I locked up, back up.
Let's see here. I was 068 to his 099. He went 389, 322. He must have pedaled it as well. We're 414, 214. Blowed up. And I do mean blowed up. I don't know, dude. I had to pedal it. We were ahead.
Didn't even kick a rod out.
Just freaking blowed up.
God dang it.
Dude, we were out so hard. Yeah. Oh yeah. We had 300s. We had 60 on him, and it didn't kick the rocks.
No.
Car by half track. Oil is the most clean. Like there's not even bearing material in the oil. Like it looked fine.
Huh.
It's just something on the top end.
Any Valtrain stuff? Y'all see any Valtrain?
Right here. Looks like the skipper pulled through it.
If I had seen him, I would have pedaled it, but I didn't see him.
Right. Fucking didn't expect it to do that. I would say the clutch where it was lower.
Yep. I don't really understand the thing blowing up from the pedal like that. We ain't never had that happen before like that.
Yeah, these things don't like being pedaled that far down with all the fuel volume in it. Unfortunately, it's just it's a rough deal. Yeah, the only thing we really did was unlock the number 6 arm from yesterday, and that was it. And we moved like I didn't open any flows. I kind of kept them the same. This one moved in 100, 100, and this one I left pretty much. It was moved in 100 from yesterday. It's almost like it needed, but I don't. I tried to move this out so it didn't fucking do this. But it probably needed that.
Where have you got the timing map at? As much as I love the timing,
Yeah, it's on the low side,
I
actually.
mean, because our engine RPM's not dipping like it typically does.
Yeah, out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's
Is it already spinning right there, you think? Like, maybe?
I mean, I'm sure it's fast. I mean, the one thing that we had on was new tires, but that's all we got.
Yeah.
I was hoping them tires from yesterday would have survived, but they didn't. It's almost like we just gotta run it with the number 6 lever locked out no matter what. I don't want to hear about doing anything else.
They're on 4 valves, 2, 4, 6, and 7 dings are on.
Blaine, I feel like
Yes,
this
sir.
is a repeat. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, a little bit. This one I would say is worse
Yeah.
than the first problem that we had.
Yes. So, tell me what we're looking at here.
Well, there's 3 intake valve heads that are not attached to a stem anymore, and beat up chambers, and
Not
Yeah.
pretty.
not pretty at all.
You know what happens when it does that? It goes boom.
It goes boom.
It goes boom.
Let's go.
So
Go
just this head?
this one we got 1 as well.
Ah. Keep going, do it right. Get them both, right?
Yep.
Yikes.
You can see that one, that the seed is actually completely
Yeah.
gone. So
So it chewed up the seat and spit it out somewhere.
somewhere.
And I see we got one open right here.
Yeah, that one. I took the spring off and they bent the valve, so I just gotta let that one sit. But
Yep.
all good.
Race cars.
Yep.
Dang it. All right, Jimbo. So we're up here. I don't know if we're sulking or just hanging out, but we're up here just hanging out. Computers are off. End of the day, and we're going to get out of here before the final round so we can miss the traffic. Well, at least I am. I think Bruce is up watching.
I know. Then I got to go track him down. He'll be signing autographs.
Exactly. Exactly. We love having the crazy Australian over here, though.
Oh yeah.
It's funny how many people on YouTube comment, "Oh, we see Bruce is back," or "The Aussie's there," you know. So.
Oh yeah. I love having him over here. I love going there. He's and plus he's a great help. You know, he's so knowledgeable about a lot of things, and we work well together, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah, he's definitely, he knows his stuff. No two ways about it. And you have me for a sounding board, but I'm not at his level.
I don't know, Clay Milliken. I wouldn't sell yourself short. I think you're pretty smart.
I can't tune one, and Bruce can, so it's a big difference there. I have ideas and just experience from being old, but this thing's kicked our butt the last couple weeks, and as I tell you, and it's been on the YouTube. I still love you.
Oh, thank God, because I love you too, brother.
I screwed us up in Gainesville, and the cars kind of just kicked our butt. I blamed it on the racetrack in Phoenix, but I think we're just kind of seeing this car is super aggressive, I guess is a way to describe it.
You know, it was like, it was so awesome that, you know, Rick Ware got us all these new parts, and so excited to run them all. And you know, as we talked about, we had some well-seasoned parts, right?
Yes.
You know, from the race car chassis to the clutches and, you know, everything else we had, they were pretty well-seasoned, and we were definitely very used to running that and knew how to adjust with it. This new stuff is so much better, and we're learning how to use it. Now, Gainesville, the test session, it kind of threw us a couple of balls. And, you know, we felt pretty good about the direction we were going, but, you know, the more you look at it, we were really dealing with a pretty good racetrack. You know, Gainesville, you had, you know, almost a month worth of testing, and then you had the Gainesville race in itself. So while the starting line was kind of tricky at Gainesville, if you can get it past 60 foot, you can just hammer down at that place.
Candyland.
And it was a great, you know, great racing surface. You know, Phoenix and here, you know, I was looking this morning when we ran the World Finals here last year. We ran first round. The outside air temperature was 61 degrees and the track temperature was 84. Today when we ran, outside air temperature was 62 degrees. So it was 1 degree warmer, but the track was 100 degrees. So it was like 16 degrees warmer. You know, and it's all that month later, that sun angle's different on this racetrack. And it was the same way at Phoenix, just a lot warmer for the cool conditions. So, you know, you have cool, dry air conditions, you know, and then you have tracks that are marginal, and it's just a tough combination. But, you know, what we think is our clutch package is just way too aggressive. Like, we're getting to the 330 really quick, you know, so we're putting some good numbers up there where it's wanting to run, you know, 367 or something like that quite a bit. The problem is a lot of these racetracks that right now, like between Phoenix and here, just weren't, we can't do that. And yesterday we did good. We kind of got on the other side of it, and I felt pretty good about today. And you know, today car went up there, had about, you know, 60 thousandths less clutch wear than yesterday, which then just made the clutch way more aggressive. So, you know, we've got some ideas what we need to do. I feel like we've, you know, sometimes you make these small moves and, you know, you hope you get the results you want, but, you know, we just have to continue making moves, and I'd rather do this early in the season and get this thing sorted out for later in the year. But you know, I feel great about our team. You know, obviously you're doing a great job driving the car. And
Except for Gainesville.
and, well, you know what? We still could have done better as a tune-up there as well. But you know, I feel we have all the ingredients, you know, to make this thing run really good.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get there. You know, it's coming. I feel Vegas will be. I think we'll get back to like, okay, we're gonna have 80-degree temperatures and we're going to have 120-degree track instead of 60-degree temperatures with 120-degree track. So,
and we've traditionally done well at that crazy 4-wide stuff for whatever reason.
You know, I'm not a fan of watching the 4-wides or anything like that. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But for whatever reason, on the 4-wides in my career, I've had some decent success there.
Yeah.
Never won one, but I've been in the final quad a lot.
Me too. Me too.
And,
actually, me and you.
Yeah. Oh,
together.
yeah. I've done it a few times, I think.
Yeah.
And so, I'd like to. You know, I feel like Vegas could be a real good race. I like the 4 qualifying runs.
Yep.
I think that's going to help us out as well. You know, and you know, to get us back on track, and then, you know, because we like me, I want so bad to like throw up these like really bitchin' numbers and like try to run low ET all the time, you know, because obviously because of you and Rick, you know, everything that you guys have done for this team to get us where we're at. So sometimes you try too hard to make something happen, and it's like, all right, we're gonna get into an area now where we're not gonna see mine shaft conditions anymore
for a little while.
And you know, now it's about racing, you know, and getting up and down the track. So I feel good about that. We're gonna get there and get this thing calmed down, and you know, and start winning rounds and hopefully races.
I don't know what everybody will see on our camera from up here, but you know, we talked about pedaling, and your initial thought was it just had so much fuel in it, but upon further review, let's say, you may have found something else.
I think, we found something else, because I looked at the video, the slow-mo video, and the thing went out there that swung the tires, and you did a great job. You caught it, you pedaled it, and it looked like it hooked up, and it was going, and then it blew up.
Yeah.
You know, initially you think about it like it hydraulicked itself when it blew up, and we came back, like the short block's in perfect shape.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be able to use that again, you know, at the Vegas race. And but it looks like we had a problem in the valve train area with one of the tips on the intake valve, and you know, that's what we're seeing why it blew up, because it doesn't make sense. Like, it went out and it smoked the tires, you pedaled it, and then when you did, it was going.
Yeah.
And then it blew up. So kind of a strange deal, you know. And you know, we're gonna have to investigate that more this week and see what we come up with.
And y'all, I showed you the solar head, and yes, it had multiple valves, but that started with one, and then once that happens, it's just ugly from there, right?
Oh yeah. These things are, you know, you have a problem with a valve train issue. You just don't know what's going to go on. And like I went down and I saw my brother, and you know, I feel bad about our weekend, but I'm very thankful we still have a race car. They went through, talking to him, it sounds like the chassis they had yesterday, when John Force, you know, got into them, that chassis, you know, bent up and stuff, and it's on its way back to the chassis shop. And then the one they ran today, when they blew up, you know, that chassis is going to need to be addressed. Then 2 bodies, and it's like, it's not I'm glad we're not in that situation.
Exactly.
I made a hard left. You can see it black tracking, dancing around past the finish line, turned left, went on the left side of JR's car. He got the parachutes out and coming back across, hooked the DHL Toyota, and then went into the wall. Wild moment here.
Laughlin's got cylinders out early. J.R. Todd he blows the body off the car. A horrendous explosion for J.R. Todd.
Those of y'all that don't know, Jono is Jim O's brother. He's the crew chief on J.R. Todd's car. And if y'all watch this channel, it's a good chance y'all saw John Force wadding J.R. in the DHL car up. And then today, unfortunately, with their backup car, huge backfire, body gone. So, and it's possible that the second car could possibly be tweaked.
Yeah, that's what my brother was saying. I think the second car could be tweaked as well, and that, you know, it's like, you know, I told my brother he's pretty down. And we both kind of said, you know, Vegas is going to be our race for both of us. And I told him, I said, keep your head up, you know, because it's like when you have stuff like that go on, it's tough. And my brother and I, we know better than a lot of people what a bad weekend of racing was when we lost Scott Clutt. And you know, the way I look at it is JR's okay.
Yep.
And yeah, there's some damaged parts, but you know, you could fix that and all that stuff. And you know, I feel, you know, they're pretty resilient over there on that DHL funny car, and just like I feel we are here on this Parts Plus car, and we're gonna come back at Vegas, and we're gonna have a good weekend, because I'd like for Bruce to go home with a win.
That'd be cool.
We would like for you to go home with a win.
Yes, I'm sure you would. I would like to leave here with you having a win.
So we have you for Vegas, and then you're going to be gone for a little while, right? You got a championship to win. Where are you at? Tell everybody what's happening in Australia.
We're heading back. We raced in Sydney on May the 4th or the 6th at the second last round of the series. We're currently 20 or 30 points behind Damien Harris in one of the Raposada cars.
Which is basically a round and a half.
A round and a bit, yeah.
Yep.
And there's 6 rounds of racing left in the series, in the season. So we go to Sydney, and then a month later we go up to Darwin, where it'll be humid, 150 water grains. You know,
it'll be wonderful.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. So I'm not in the fly suit, so it doesn't worry me. But yeah, so we've got a gunfight on our hands, but we're pretty confident. We got our tails up, and we had a good win in Perth, and we had a good runner-up when Jim was down in Sydney at the Sam Fennick Memorial Race, which was awesome. And yeah, hopefully we can continue on.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be fun if they could win the championship over there. I stay up because they have it on Facebook Live. So
I watch it too.
And when they're in Perth, you know, I'm like watching every run, and it's like I finally realized, man, I'm really not sleeping, because I'd set my phone for like, you know, 2 a.m., 4 a.m., and I'm watching all this, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
exciting.
typically awake because I'm such a late night guy, but it's fun watching. It's kind of odd, you know, but it's fun getting on there and watching. You're on the other side of the world, and knowing we're brothers in this whole thing together here. That's for sure.
You want to try and do it 26 times a year when I'm at home watching you guys. I put my phone in my. I probably shouldn't admit to this. I put my phone in my phone holder in my car, and I have NHRA TV running while I'm driving down the freeway. And I'm thinking, I hope the freeway's backed up so I can get in a full round of top fuel.
We're all messed up that way with the race car thing, but as always, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing. Share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one. I was fixing to say Vegas, but I'll probably do something at home in between then. See ya.
You know you will.
Yeah, you know I will.
You will.